Okay, so you go to Google Chrome and then you write Erasmus Mundus Scholarship Course Catalog 2026, 2027, and then you search. And then you choose that one, you go to search and apply, you read the few explanation, and then you go to the catalog. And then you can filter any keyword for the program that you're looking into. But usually I don't like to filter. Like I love to go step by step and review all the courses that I see they align with my interest, like what am I going to study. So I technically go through everything, and anything I see is that is like relevant to what I'm going to study, I open it. So this is how you search for the course. Before, you used to click on the website link that you see, but for now you have to click on the name of the program. So for example, let's go and click this one. Which one should we look into? This one. Yeah. No, not this one. Let's see what they have here. So you see there's like 202 programs that you can apply to this year. Okay, this one. Tap. Okay, so this is Master in Public Policy. So you have to read all of this, and then you go to about the programs. You read everything there. You check the admission requirement, the mobility, education background that they want you to have, motivation. And you have to make sure that everything aligns with your profile, with what they want. And then you go to English requirements. So usually there are some countries that are excluded from the English certificates. So you can use the letter from your university to specify that your bachelor program was in English. And then you check on the track, and you should have to apply to the track that have like that is eligible to you. So for example, you don't have an English language test, the official one, you cannot apply to programs that are in the UK or maybe in Ireland, because those countries usually they need you to have the certificate. But still there might be something lucky, I don't know. So okay, let's try law. The National Law, Security, Peace and Sustainability Development. This program is still open until February for scholarship applicants. So they have info session coming this January, and as usual, like you might not be able to find something because you are looking to specific master's program in law. You see? But if you click on the name of the course and you check their curriculum and what will you be studying, it might be easier for you to find a program that you can start. So for example, this one is Law, Security and Sustainable Development, which is very good for people who wants to study law like international. And you go to Portugal and other countries. So most important is also to check the money, the cash, like how much would they be giving you for the month and everything. So then you go to entry requirement. This one is actually very simple for the people coming from Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, those places, because they don't ask you to provide the English test certificates. And the entry requirements are also like very reliable too. Okay, so and the good thing is everyone, like it doesn't matter where you're from, like from wherever in the world you can apply to Erasmus. They don't have country restrictions. They don't have age restrictions, but do check because the requirements vary from program to program. The document that you'll be asked to provide for one particular program is different to the other required document to the other program. So every day you have to read. And then those are selection criteria. So make sure your application before submitting, you get people who can review it, who can advise you, who can guide you based on this rubric. So yeah, that will actually increase a possibility for you to get selected. Yeah, so these are the available scholarships for this year. And usually they take 1 to 3 students from one country, but mostly maybe two. It's very rare to have like 3 classmates from the same country, so maybe 1 or 2. So you have to check the competition. Like when you're applying, you have to know this is very competitive, and they only need 1 or 2, maybe from 100 people from their country applying to it. And then, yeah, so that's how you see the Erasmus causes master's problem. Okay, so let's check this program. So last time I tried to apply to this one, but they didn't have the funding for the coming year. So one of the most important thing is to read on their page and to see if they have scholarship, because you might find yourself preparing like every document and everything, and you can even get into it like admission, and then you just find yourself that you have applied it to a program that doesn't have funding, and they're gonna ask you to full fund your studies for 2 years, which is very very expensive for like every country, the fees, the living expenses and everything. Yeah, so you have to check, you have to read like word to word what they say, or if they have postponed for the coming year, like they won't be taking any student or anything, any information that you can get from it. Yeah, so let's for people in climate. So as you see, this one they are not taking any students for the coming insec. And then there's this one. So there's many programs for people in arts and humanities, social sciences, people in science. Actually, people in science have a lot of programs. Yeah, so I tried this one. They rejected me twice, which is very normal. But I keep going. Yeah, so most of science in just pressure technologies. You see, so this one they are currently taking only self-funded, and there is no scholarship. Let's say by culture. Let's see. What they have here. Okay, so I checked and they didn't have any information for the coming intake. Which at this situation you might send an email to them, to the contact person, and they can tell you if they will be open to the next intake or if they are not taking anyone so far. So that is also very very important. That's how you do it. Biomedical engineering, global environment and development. This is a very good program for people in sustainability. Yeah, so it's currently open for the coming intake. It's a 2-year master program. And one thing about this is they need you to submit the English certificate. So you have to read, and I don't think if they have an exemption. So that is also another trick, because I see a lot of people are just trying to start the application without reading the required documents. And then you find yourself in a situation where the deadline is like tomorrow and you don't have the English test because they do not accept the proof letter from your university that you did your bachelor in English, you see. And once they say that they do not take those letters, that means they don't. Like, you have to submit the certificate itself. So it will just be a waste of time, but they have exemption from those countries listed: Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, UK, or USA. You see, so that's very important to notice. And sometimes if you're not sure about it, you can send the email to them asking, and they usually get back to you like in a week or few days or 2 weeks also. So the English test must be valid. Okay. Okay, so for other questions, you can go to FAQ and check like the most asked question. You can find the answers there. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like that. Let's see another program here. Most of the programs are still open until end of January, February, and sometimes even March. And most of the results are like they start coming out from April to May, June, wherever. People in medicine. Okay, let's see this program. This program, they usually just keep it open until like June or July. But I think this year they will close it soon for people who have their bachelor degree in history, tourism, heritage management, archaeology, anthropology, like those stuff in humanities and social sciences, science, wherever. So they can apply to this program. And they don't even ask for much. It is very straightforward, and they don't need you to have an English certificate. You just go to this form, you fill in your details, and then you upload like your documents there if you have any publications, but which is not mandatory. Yeah, but it's good to have it. If you have it, if you have your dissertation verified, you can upload it. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you, and see you in my next video.